A ding dong doob dub a dibbly dop, people. Hey guys, it's AmberCat993 here. And I guess a nice little chat's probably going to become a series now, just because I've done this so many times already. But yeah. I just finished the last bit of recording my new channel trailer because the original one kinda sucked. And I sound like an 8-year-old. I just kicked the guitar. Yeah. In all of my older videos, I sound like an 8-year-old or a 5-year-old or basically a tiny little child. Because, in most, words, I kind of like this series because it's going to be, full of bloopers because, this is one where there's just, completely uncut. I don't say anything, I don't cut anything out. The only times where anything's really kind of cut is when I stop recording because I think I'm done, and then I go back and go, nope, not done, sorry. But yeah, anyway. Now I have to go back to the recording and figure out what I was saying because I just completely forgot. I completely forgot. Okay, I'm back. That's also another time when anything is cut. When I pause the recording to go listen to what I was actually talking about before. Yay. But yeah. In normal situations, my voice varies. So some days I'll be talking up here and I'll be like blah 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 blah. Sometimes I'll be talking down here and blah. But basically it always really depends on where my voice is. Right now it's more of in a higher range at this point. And that's kind of how it was the last time I was recording the channel trailer. So that's another good reason why I just stepped on a piece of paper. That's another reason why, well, that was loud. Okay, I'm getting really distracted. But yeah, it's another reason why I decided to record the channel trailer today. Because, I only recorded some of it, a couple days ago because, after that my father came home and it was just like, okay, now I'm not going to sit in there and just talk anymore. Lovely burp. Lovely burp number 2. Okay. But yeah, so now my dad and my brother have gone. I just keep kicking everything. I kicked a bunch of things in all the other nice little chats, but that was over the course of the entire thing. I've just kicked 8 things already, and it's only been 3 minutes long. Well, let's try not to kick everything, but yeah. If you didn't notice, I'm still walking around. Because when I do these, I like to walk around, I guess. I don't know. I like pacing, I guess. Anyway. This is really a terrible one. I need to go back and check what I was saying again, because I, once again, completely forgot. I remembered again. This one is going to specifically show you exactly how little of a memory I have. I keep saying that I have the worst memory ever. I can only remember things for 5 seconds. This really proves that. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so my dad and my brother have gone to go do something. I can't even remember what they said they were going to go do. But if they don't get back here soon, there's going to be a bit of a problem for them, because there's a bunch of snow here now. Yeah, because it's a Tuesday, and I'm not going to school because in March, on the 14th, on the 14th of March, we have gotten a little snowy storm where people have been setting alerts oh my gosh, alert, alert, crazy storm, everyone's going to die, blah 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 blah. So if these never got uploaded, then I'm sorry you had to miss out on my beautiful voice. I'm sorry. It is truly a loss. Anyway, so it might be snowing for 2 days, which is a good thing, because then I don't have to go to school for 2 days. Because, the exact opposite of last year, we've already used up all of our snow days. Because today, not going to school, used up a snow day, which is our last snow day. But tomorrow might also be a lot of the same snow that may continue to pile up, which may mean another snow day, despite the fact that all our snow days have been used up. And the only reason why I know this is because I got gossip from a cleaning lady. Because that's what happens. I know stuff somehow. People just tell me stuff. Anyway, and the cleaning lady said that, the cleaning, that was a funny sound. I like that. The cleaning lady said that it is possible that I just kicked, 6 more things through that entire thing, but the final one just, got me. Oh my goodness, I need to stop kicking things. I think we should name this as, a sub thing, the kicking episode, where I kick literally everything in sight. Anyway, but yeah, the cleaning lady said that because we've used up all our snow days, that there is a possibility that tomorrow they could bring us in for 4 hours, but she was so upset about that. She was like, that is so stupid. And she said, if we do get 2 days off, that'd be awesome. I'm just gonna sit in my bed and sleep all day, and then all the next day. And I'm just like, I agree. So that's honestly not what I'm doing, because I'm not sleeping, I'm recording. Because, I get so little time to, these things, I need to stop kicking things. I've, murdered everything in my entire house. I haven't even moved from one singular room yet. I've only moved around my dining room. The entire rest of the other ones, I've been just, running around the entire house. Maybe that's why. Maybe there's just a bunch of things to kick in the dining room, but, come on. I just saw a plow go by that went, really fast. That was a super, super fast plow. Okay. Anyway, this is really a very distracting episode. I guess it would be an episode if this is coming in series. Anyway. Yeah, basically. Yeah, that is my life. I get gossip from random people. I just know everything. So, those things in the movies where there's that one guy who's just, the information guy who knows everything somehow? I am that guy. I will just know the most random things ever. Usually because of these two things. One, for some reason, I seem like the person that everyone gets to gossip to if they randomly just feel like it. Like the cleaning lady or something. Or just, people you don't actually know. Just say, heard there's gonna be a couple of snow days. Yeah. But, the main reason is because I'm usually so invisible to people that no one notices the fact that they are talking extremely loud and I can hear every single word that they're saying. So yeah, I know a lot of things through that regard because literally no one notices that I exist until after they finish their conversation. And I just tend to act polite and act like I never heard anything. And then they're just like, psh. I'm like, okay. Anyway. But yeah, my brother and father have gone somewhere. There is snow. There's lots of snow. Now I have to pause this video and think. Because I originally came to this because I was going to say something about something. But then I forgot about that. So I'll be right back. Okay, I think I kind of figured out what I was trying to say. But anyway, so I think I've just figured out how to get the voice recordings that I have onto my computer. Now that wasn't a problem before because in every single other situation, the computer that I had or the laptop that I had a little thing on it, like an app kind of thing on it, that sort of allowed me to transfer the recordings onto it. But on this computer, it doesn't seem to have that, which is why you've gotten a severe lack in random videos with a black screen and me just talking. So yeah, I'm so sorry that you have been deprived of this. It's just, it's so terrible. But yeah, I think I've just figured out a way to do that, which is good. Which means, keeping my fingers crossed, I can get that line into Kitty Lover Paws. So one thing I just gotta say is, to anyone who is kinda out of the loop on this, and wants to know why I keep just talking about a random line to give it Kitty Lover Paws words. So I got casted into Kitty Lover Paws' series as a dog named Sandra. That's awesome. That's cool. I did the line like literally a day after I was asked. And that was so long ago. I made the line like the day after I was asked to make the line. And then everything just hated this line. Like, my computer, just everything did not want me to send this line in for like ages and ages and ages. And it's been so long, and the most recent technical problem as to why I couldn't get the line in was the fact that in my new computer I had no idea how to put audio onto my computer. But I figured out a way to do that. Hopefully this is the very last time that has to happen. And I am so sorry to Kitty Lover Paws. Hopefully that will never, ever, 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 ever happen ever again. Although knowing me, it probably will. Not saying that I'm going to do that on purpose. I mean, like, I have very bad luck. Anyway. But yeah. Anyway, so after I'm done with this, I'm probably going to go record that line again. Because when I recorded that line, it was so long ago. And it was so terrible. And the technical problems that were with that, I'm just going to leave that one behind me. I'm probably going to re-record the line for the final time to Kitty Lover Paws. And hopefully I can get that in. Hopefully, after so long, the line will finally be done. Then I can finally pester her about that map part. Because I haven't been doing that because of just how absolutely long I've taken to this. It's simply unfair if I did that. That would be so awful. And now I have to explain this. I don't know why I said that, because now I have to explain this. Kitty Lover Paws is part of my map. Hasn't gotten her map part in. Basically that. I haven't asked her about it because I've just taken, like, ages for my line. I don't care. Get the map in whatever time. I'm just gonna get my line in first before I pester you to do that. So yeah, I'll probably have gotten the line in. Hopefully. My voice just went like really groggy for a second. It's still a little bit groggy. I don't know what has just happened. I have a groggy voice. Stop it. Anyway. Anyway. But yeah. So hopefully by the time this goes in, I'll have gotten the line in. Anyway, I hope that happens, but it probably won't, because something else is gonna happen. Like, I'm gonna be 80 years old by the time I get that line in. And then Kitty Lover's Paws is just gonna be like, you do realize I've already finished my entire series, right? I've recast you. And I'll be like, no. Like, that is literally what's going to happen. I'm gonna be like 80 years old, like, I can still do this. I still sound exactly the same as I did in my youth. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean I'm blind? You're blind. Shut up. Hello, Heater. You're making very rattly noises. Rattly heater. Hope you enjoyed my rattly heater. Yay! But yeah. So basically all this and stuff. Yeah. I'm probably gonna record my line after this. If they still take long to do this, I may actually start animating my trailer. It's hard to make something sound kind of sarcastic without air quotes. Animating. Like, because even if I do that, I just make weird voice sounds anyway, so it just kind of sounds like my weird voice sounds if I try and make it sound sarcastic without air quotes, because you can't see me. But yeah, that was in air quotes, because I'm not actually going to animate it. I'm going to make it picture-y, because I'm too lazy. Nyah. Whew. You know, another thing I could actually do is work on that Tord PMV. I honestly can't remember if I've said anything about this before, but I remember that I've told you about the PMV before, but I don't remember if I told you it was a Tord PMV or why I haven't been continuing making it. But I'm making a Tord PMV. That PMV that I kept saying that I was making for ages, that's a Tord PMV about Tord from Eddsworld. Don't you all just love it when I just post Eddsworld in all your faces? You love it, don't you? Yes, you love all the Eddsworld posts that I keep shoving down your throat. Yes, sorry, I just keep getting a lot of opportunities to make Eddsworld stuff, so I'm just like, here, have it. Accept it now. Except, by the time I had the idea for this PMV, I didn't have a bunch of the Eddsworld stuff that I had already made, because I've been making this since summer of 2016. It's now March of 2017. Yeah, I've been making this thing for quite a while. And honestly, it probably would have been done by now if it wasn't for a specific thing that happened. But yeah, it was going to take a while anyway, because this thing is 7 minutes long. Now, to a non-animator, that just sounds like, oh my gosh, it's just 7 minutes long. That's okay. But, like, it's 7 minutes long. That's why I decided to spare myself from death and make it a PMV instead of an animated thing. But you can just see how dedicated to Eddsworld I am, that I literally was going, like, I'm going to make this. I am not going to give up on this. There won't be a whip. There won't be anything. There won't be like unfinished thing. Nope, I'm gonna finish this. I will finish this if it's the last thing I do. But yeah, so far I think I've got about like 2.5 minutes of it done overall. But the thing is, recently I haven't been working on it a lot. And there's a specific reason for that. I was told that I was not allowed to make this PMV anymore, because of specific reasons, but I was told that I could not make this PMV anymore. So I'm making this PMV. There's no possible way for me to make this PMV, until when no one's here. But unfortunately, when no one's here, I do this. I record instead of actually going off to animate that. Because usually, no one is gone long enough for me to make even a significant amount of this. And even if I was given all day, not all day, but like, if I was given like a certain, like a good animating session amount for this, animating takes a long time. Even if I'm not technically animating, I'm just making a PMV, it still takes a while because it's actual drawings. Also, I didn't think of this before, but technically I could have made an animatic, which would have made this so much easier, because I would have like, not had to work on it as hard, like, making the drawings look perfect, but the thing is, I can't make animatics. Like, my brain won't let me make animatics, because if a line doesn't look right, I want to fix it. Like, there's a bunch of things in the PNB already that I'm just like, I need to go back and fix it. I will go back and fix that. I need to fix that. But I'm not going to go and do it yet because I'm just more focused on actually finishing the entire thing first. And then going back and touching everything up and fixing it. But the other thing is, I don't sketch things. Like, the closest you'll ever really see me to sketching something is by putting a circle where the head's going to be. That's basically it. Like, the only time I've ever really sketched anything is when I was first starting to draw humans, and I was like, I have absolutely no clue how these things work, so a little bit of sketching here. But honestly, it wasn't that much. Like, it was like a tiny bit for certain things that I had no clue what to draw. Like, the closest thing on my channel to a sketch so far, aside from the whip that I was forced to make for one of Lem's maps, the closest thing you'll get is the reject speed paint, because I needed to have a sketch for that because I wasn't making like actual lines for that. That's like an entirely different thing. Because I was only using the colored pencil tool throughout most of that entire thing, that meant I had to make little sketches to know where exactly I'm going to put everything. So that's the closest thing on my channel to actual sketches besides the whip I was forced to make. Because, like, here's the thing. When I sketch things, it makes them worse. Like, in most situations, if I sketch something, it's gonna turn out a lot worse. For example, if you take a look at the map part that I made for Lem, which was the Meet Me in the Woods map part, you can see that the whip I made was entirely sketched, because one of the rules of the map was make a whip about it. And, like, for some reason, I didn't want to just make some of the actual part and then call it a whip. Instead I was just like, let's just sketch it and make that kind of whip. But yeah. But anyway, if you notice the actual part, everything is a lot more, it's a bit odd looking compared to my other ones. If you look at it, like, the eyes are, like, farther up in the head, and, like, the ears are smaller, and, like, there's just a lot of things that are kind of, like, really odd about it. Now, sometimes you get that part of my style when I do something accidentally, and I kind of make a drawing like that, and it looks so weird. But, an example of me drawing weirdly, having it turn out looking like that, was my Unbreakable part. I think it was part 1. Basically, the one with the crossover thing with the blue and white cat and stuff. Not the one with the white cat that looks awesome and cool. I really like that one. Anyway. But yeah, sometimes my style will accidentally do that, and it'll look super weird. But with sketching, it already made it look super weird. Like, if I sketch a cat, it's, like, guaranteed to make it look in that weird way that I don't want it to be. So yeah, that's why I never sketch anything, except for, like, things that I'm drawing that are new. Like, if you watched my speed paint of my Fairy Tail Eddsworld crossover thing, I did a lot of sketching on the little gun thing in Tord's part, because I had never drawn that before. And if you don't know what that is, that was actually Alzak's gun from Fairy Tail, just because that works better. But yeah, so I was sort of trying to draw that and sketching it out a lot, because I'd never drawn it before. As for Tord, I've drawn him so many times for all of my Eddsworld stuff, because I think he's in practically every single one of those except for Tom Hates Christmas, because that was about Tom entirely, and only Tom. And one thing I just have to express right now is the fact that A, Tom's hair, B, Matt's overcoat. I don't know why, but it just seems like when I start drawing them, when I start drawing Tom, his hair, I don't know what it is about his hair, but it's just so tough for me to draw most of the time. Like, with Tom Hates Christmas, that wasn't the case because I kept drawing his hair over and over and over and over and over again. But it's usually I'll just start off and I'll be like, how do you do this? How do you draw Steve? Steve is Tom's hair, by the way. He named his hair. Anyway. I don't know how to draw Tom's hair at first. And it's like, why? It's so simple, but why? The next one, which I need to stop kicking stuff, which is a little bit easier to understand, is Matt's overcoat. That green coat that Matt wears all the time is so hard to draw. In the first fan art I ever made of Eddsworld was for the end part 1, because it was like, that's pretty awesome. But back then I didn't know how to human. I didn't draw humans. So I kind of just made them as cats, but Eddsworld characters as cats. And why is everyone being so loud outside? I don't even know if this is even, like, picking it up. Like, but hold on. Yeah, but that's basically what I've been dealing with, like, all day. All day. That was beautiful. But yeah, people are being super loud. But I hate drawing Matt's overcoat. In the first ever little fan art I did, I tried for like 10 minutes to draw the overcoat, and I was just like, it's probably because it's a cat. It's really hard for me to draw an overcoat on a sitting cat. But it wasn't just the fact that it was a cat. His overcoat is just so hard for me to draw for some reason. If you watch the Eddsworld Fairy Tale crossover speed paint, and you saw me drawing the overcoat, I was just like connecting lines that didn't even make sense to connect, and I was just like going crazy with that. Because I can't do Emmett's overcoat. I can't draw it without like 8 hours of me drawing it. Like, it takes ages to draw his overcoat. Just takes ages and ages and ages. Anyway, I've just been babbling on for the rest of this. It's been like half an hour. For once, this may be a nice little chat where I don't interrupt myself again. Except maybe like one time I'll come back in to sort of like update on what just happened and be like, oh yeah, I recorded the line, but then the world ended because that line was never meant to be recorded. Or something like that. I'll just come back in and say what I've been doing as like a final little end to this. But I've been rambling on for like almost a half an hour. Words. My dad and my brother have not come back. What have you done with him, Snow? Snowy, 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 snow. Anyway, right now I'm going to take this opportunity and probably animate. See, that just sounds like my weird little voice changes. Like, I make little sounds on my voices sometimes, and I'll go like, ooh. See, I can't make something sound sarcastic. There's that plow again. It came by really fast. Like, what is with that plow? Why are you going so fast? Like, stop. You're gonna crash into something. Anyway. But yeah, so, I may come back just to sort of tell everyone what happened. But yeah, that's all for now. And see you guys later. Bye. I just stepped on glass. I just stepped on glass. Ow, 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 ow. I just stepped on glass. Yay. This is only a tiny bit after I stopped recording, and of course, it seems like, what I predicted is not happening. I'm coming back to tell you that I stepped on glass, and I think my dad and my brother are trying to get back into the driveway, but kind of failing at it. I can't really tell because I can't really see outside very well. It's either them or like a neighbor trying to get in. Nope, it's them. They're trying to get into the house. So basically everything failed immediately after I said that. But, never mind. I'm not going to fail at this for now. I'm just going to... Hopefully this will be the last bit of this. I may come back at some other point to tell you when I actually have done the things. But yeah. So my dad and my brother have gotten back, and I cannot do anything now. See, this is another thing. I like to record myself speaking recently. I don't know why, but I've just been any spare chance I got, I'd be like, yay, record myself. Instead of doing something actually kind of productive, which would be, recording myself, doing something actually productive, which I kind of actually did, which was recording the rest of the channel trailer, but I only wanted to do that because I had already started half of that, and I just, it needs to be finished, so that, my voice stays the same way throughout that. So, doing stuff like recording a nice little chat, technically it is productive because I am going to upload this to my channel, but it's probably not going to be viewed a lot because it's so darn long. All of the nice little chats are so long. And they've finally gotten here, and they're going to be opening the door in just a couple of seconds. So I'm going to go now. First, I'm going to say another productive thing I could be doing is animating my stuff. Like animating the channel trailer and animating the PMV, but I didn't do that. So I'm going to go now. Bye.